Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays podcast here on our YouTube channel. Today is Sunday, December 11th, and the Dallas Cowboys are 10-3, regardless of how it happened. I love that team. But joining me, as always, we have Trey Trends and Jacob Teats. How we feeling, boys? Teats, how'd your weekend go?
Dude, it's actually been a pretty good weekend. Personally, Saturday I spent some time up in Kansas City, went to a semi-pro hockey game. That was really fun, honestly. Betting-wise, dude, let's just go down the line of, if you guys watched the last episode, I literally called every single game correctly from my bets. The Army game, the Vikings game, the Eagles-Giants, the Jets-Bills. The only one I'm waiting for is this Dolphins-Chargers game. So, You know what? This weekend's been doing pretty good for me. I feel like I'm kind of on a heater.
Well, okay, then. I might feel the opposite way about that. But, Trey, how's your weekend going? I know mine wasn't very good, but how's your weekend?
My weekend was pretty busy with work and school. Finals week is here, and that is not good for my free time. But I'm still here giving you guys picks because I love you guys and I love making money. And my weekend bet slip was 2-2. I'll show you guys that here in a few minutes, but it's always 2-2. I told you guys you just got to find the two winners and the two losers. Hopefully someone did, but it was a good weekend overall. And Teats, I'm glad that you had fun up in Kansas City.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's look at the podcast parlay before we get into bet slips. I'll go ahead and start. I lost with Dallas. They looked horrible. We lost mentally in that game, but we still got a win on the win sheet. So we moved to 10-3, and we forget about the Texans. But, Trey, how about you?
Yeah, Navy Army hit in 10 straight games whenever they were at Army. So maybe it was a trap, but I did not see overtime coming. It would have hit if overtime wasn't there. But it was a very good game to watch. I was upset about the under not hitting, but it was a fun game.
Teats?
Dude, this Vikings-Lions game, I think it was like 57 total points scored. That was a really fun game to watch. Jared Goff looked really good. Kirk Cousins didn't look too bad either. It was just a really nice back-and-forth game to watch, honestly.
Hey, and I love that Jamison Williams touchdown. He was so happy. He took off his helmet and was screaming, yelling.
Dude,
and I was like, I am so happy for him.
First catch since the national championship game that when he tore his ACL, and the first one is for a touchdown. That's amazing.
Yeah, I love him. So that was fun to watch. But all right, let's break down the bet slips for this week. Who we start with, Trey?
I got you.
Okay, that's fine. Mine looks like an actual war zone. I still feel like I made the correct picks in these losses. It just didn't work out. We saw the Army-Navy game go to overtime. That under was cash, just happened to go to OT. Navy fumbled on the 1 yard line to mess up the Navy money line play. And then Pittsburgh today was an absolute disaster for my member play. They had 4 turnovers in the red zone, and they lost by 2. They should have destroyed the Ravens. I did have Jets plus 10, which was a miracle cover. So thank you to them. But the only game I was really way off was Tampa, and I'm glad I was off on that because that was Teats' member pick. So congratulations, Teats. But that was my weekend bet slip. Teats, let's break it down.
Well, I mean, we might as well just kind of keep up like at 2 and something going here. So I went 2-2 so far. Kind of hoping for a 3-2. We'll just kind of see what happens for the Monday night game. Jets Bills, Jets money line. It was one of those I had to for the dog of the week. I could not. I knew that the Jets plus 10 was probably the better pick, but you never know. They played a pretty tight game with the Bills up till the end.
Yep.
Chiefs Broncos, my Chiefs, dude. That's disgusting. You go up 27, then you're only up like 5, and then next thing you know, you're covering the spread, everything's good, and then you give up another touchdown. They do not like to cover. I think Trey has said it time and time again. The Chiefs don't like to cover against the spread. However, as we can see on the other side, we got some green. Lions, Vikings over 51.5. That was cash money. And Bucks 49ers, although it was member luck. If you read the member pick, you knew I picked right. So we'll see what the Patriots Cardinals have for us.
Excellent. Trey?
Yeah, and I'll start off with my green, and because the first one is the Broncos game, I knew that the Broncos probably weren't going to win, but I knew that they were going to cover. The Chiefs have not covered in 6 straight games now after they beat the Broncos but failed to cover the 9.5. So I was happy about that win. The Vikings-Lions game was really fun to watch, especially since I bet on the over. So I was really happy about that game. Now, the 2 losses, like Jesse said, the Steelers minus 1.5. I wasn't too happy about that. As soon as Anthony Brown came in, I thought we were going to at least cover and win that game. But they could not get the ball moving. And once they did, they turned it over. And then I told you guys the Seahawks minus 3.5 might have been a sucker bet, and I was going to be that sucker. And here I am Sunday night, and they ended up not even winning that game. They got blown out, let alone covering the 3.5. So it is what it is, but 2-2. I told you guys to pick the 2 winners, and hopefully someone did. I'm hoping not to go 2-2 next week. I'm hoping to go 4-0, but we'll see.
Yeah, not the worst week of betting, but not the best week of betting for us. But we're going to redeem ourselves with this Monday Night Football game. We have a good game on Monday night. It's going to be New England Patriots.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That's just uncalled for. Did he know that the Chiefs almost blew a lead? And it was like 27, right, Teats?
They didn't almost blow a lead. They kept the lead, but they absolutely blew it.
Which means they almost blew the lead.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, as a Raiders fan, I'll say the Raiders blew a lead.
Did the Chiefs cover today?
Sorry. Do what?
Did the Chiefs cover today?
No.
Did the Cowboys cover today?
All right.
Hey, well, let's move on to this awesome Monday night game. Cam, look what you did. Shout out, Cam.
I was in trouble, but
can't be splitting us up over here.
All right, yeah, Monday Night Football game. We're going to hit this one, but New England Patriots versus the Arizona Cardinals. Patriots are minus 1.5. Over under is 43.5. I'm going to start. What? Okay, I'm going to start. I'm going to take the Patriots money line as this play. This is do or die time for the Patriots to make the playoffs. They need to run the table to get in. They've had a couple tough games lately, Buffalo and the Vikings. This is a get-right game for them against the Cardinals. Arizona looks like a dead dog. The team seems to hate their coach, and I love Mac Jones to pile it on the Cardinals. That's right, I said Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is going to have a big game, but I'm going to take the Patriots money line in this game. Teats?
You know, I'm going to go with the under here, 43.5. You know, I think that Patriots defense too good. Arizona's defense can kind of be a little flashy, but you never know Mac who's going to show up for him. Is it going to be the dude that's actually going to be a dog, or is it going to be the guy that looks scared at the beginning of the season? And Arizona, we talked about it last time, dude. Cliff Kingsbury does not have his team under control right now. So I just don't see this being a high scoring game. I think that a 21-20 finish could be very possible either way. I think under 43.5 is going to be pretty money.
I like that underplay. Trey?
This game's going to be pretty interesting to watch. The public believes that the Patriots are going to win and cover, with 58% of the handle being on the Patriots. But it seems that the sharps think that the Cardinals are at least going to cover and maybe win this game, because 52% of the money is on the Cardinals, even though only 42% of the bets are on them. So I'm going to ride with the Cardinals plus 1.5. The Trends do not agree with me. The Trends say that the Patriots are going to win this game, but I'm going to go with the sharps here. The Cardinals are 2-10 ATS in their last 12 Monday Night Football games. The Cardinals are 3-9 ATS in their last 12 home games, while the Patriots are 3-1-1 ATS in their last 5 road games, and the Patriots are 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games against the Cardinals. So like I said, the Trends are on the Patriots side. So Jesse, you probably feel good about that. But I'm going to ride with the sharps here because they might know something. Maybe it's because I love Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury. Maybe it's because I'm watching the in-season Hard Knocks that I love the Cardinals so much. But I think that they should upset the Patriots, and it should make for an interesting game tomorrow.
All right, so we're all three on different things. We have under, we have Patriots money line, and we have the Cardinals. So that should be fun to watch.
Hey, and I think we have some comments to address here. I mean, Jesse, I saw that you got upset about this comment, and it kind of made you stumble. And I mean, it's okay.
I'm over it already. We won the game. It's fine.
You won the game.
We're moving on. We're moving on to next week. We won the game, but I'm fine with it.
Pats it is. Hey, and like I said, the Trends are on the Pats side. I should probably go with the Pats. I'm Trey Trends, but the gut's telling me Cardinals, so we'll see.
All right. If one of these will go over, but yeah. All right, but we are going to get into those player props for Monday night here. Cardinals and Patriots player props. I'm going to start with Teats on this one for prize picks.
Well, that's perfect because I'll be able to answer JR's question real quick. I think Stevenson does go over 74.5 rushing yards here. I think Damian Harris should be ruled out for this contest, so it's really going to be just Ramondre Stevenson. The dude can be a dog. As you can see, he hasn't been. But there's always that bounce back opportunity. He was really electric early on, especially when Damian Harris went down the first time. I don't exactly know where that energy has went, but I think that against this Cardinals rush defense, I think that he could break a few big ones, 75 yards, especially if the Patriots do get up. They're going to want to run the clock out. I think that he's going to be the guy. And I guess let me also reiterate, I have 3 plays here, 2 players. That's the first one. The second one, we'll do Kyler Murray. I'm going to go under his passing yards. His passing yards number is 235.5. It kind of just matches with my whole idea that this is going to be an under. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Patriots defense is just incredibly good. And as you can see, he's only hit this mark 4 out of the last 5 times, and the only game he did it was against one of the worst secondaries in the country. So I think that going up against a pretty solid defense, he's going to be running around kind of with his head cut off, trying to escape any pressure possible. So I don't think that 235.5 is going to be it for him. But while he is running around, I think that he will get over his rushing yards. So that's my third play. Kyler Murray over 36.5 rushing yards. The dude gets it. Like he literally runs scared. But when you run scared, you get those yards. And he has to sometimes. He gets pressured quite a bit as a quarterback in the NFL. He gets a lot of pressure in his face. So what do? You take off running. I think that 36.5 is very doable. As you can see, hit 3 out of the last 5. 1 was literally missed by half a yard. And then New Orleans just shut them down. So 36.5, I'm looking at about 50 rushing yards.
Yeah, I like that play for Murray. He's so fast. He's so small.
He is.
He gets out of that pocket. But I'm going to go next. I have 2 props for this game. My first one's going to be Mac Jones over 220.5 passing yards. Cardinals ranked 24th in the NFL in passing yards allowed. They've given up 24 passing touchdowns and nearly 3,000 yards to the air this season, and they're allowing 6.7 yards per completion. And Mac Jones is going to take advantage of that because my second player prop is going to be his next weapon, Nelson Agholor, who really hasn't had that good of a season, but Nelson Agholor over 29.5 receiving yards. He's going to get behind this Cardinals defense secondary a couple times, and I think Mac Jones is going to find him at least one time for a big play. So I'm going to take Agholor over and Mac Jones over. And I'm also going to take another parlay that's not on here. I'm going to take Mac Jones over 2.5 touchdowns and Nelson Agholor score a touchdown as well in a separate parlay. I really like the Patriots tomorrow. I think they're going to beat the crap out of the Cardinals. But all right, Trey, how about you?
We'll see about that. I'm going to ride with Teats on this pick. I do love the Kyler Murray over on his rushing yards. He has been really dialing it up here recently. And the Patriots pass rush is one of the best in the NFL. So I think Kyler will have a handful of designed runs and pair that along with the pass rush that he's going to have to scramble as well. I really like this number for Kyler. And his only game against the Patriots came in his rookie season in 2020. He ran for 31 rushing yards that game. But I think that Cliff and Kyler are both a lot better than what they were in 2020. They have a lot more, experience underneath them, especially against the Patriots. And this is hitting 3 out of the last 5 games. And you know what? James put a comment on here earlier where he said D-Hop unders, gotta have it. I'm going to have to agree with him here. DeAndre Hopkins under receiving yards. Let's see what it's at, 75.5. I'm going to go with the under there. Okay. If you look at his game log, he has been dealing, but Hollywood Brown is back, and he just got off of a bye week, so he's even more healthy. And Bill Belichick knows how to take away DeAndre Hopkins. If you look at DeAndre Hopkins' career against the Patriots, 7 games, he has never scored a touchdown. He only averages 4.9 catches and 65 receiving yards.
Wow.
So he knows how to take away Hopkins. I'm going to go under the 75.5, and those are my 2 player props that I got for Monday Night Football.
I like that under, Trey, because that means if he gets that under, James is going to the playoffs in fantasy. That's why he wants that under. But all right, guys. Now we'll do it for our weekend recap and Monday Night Football picks and predictions. If you guys enjoyed the content, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching.